Okay, so picture this. You and three other people are stuck in a virtual world for 1,000 days. One tiny mistake, and you're out. Done. But if you actually make it to the end, you get to split $100,000. That was the setup. A crazy mix of skill, sheer endurance, and a whole lot of strategy.
But as the days just started ticking by, turning into weeks and then months, a really important question started to surface. Was this whole thing really about just being the best player? Having the quickest reflexes or knowing every single secret of the game?
Well, for the four guys who took on this insane challenge, the answer was a big, fat no. I mean, yeah, you had to be a good gamer just to get in the door, but that alone, that was not going to get you across the finish line. The real secret, the thing that actually got them through, well, it was way more human than that. It was all about how they built this incredible support system, this genuine bond that could handle the insane pressure of the game. This is really a story about that bond. Okay, so let's get into it. From the second they started, the game had this one unspoken rule. Work together or you were gonna fail. The first few days were all about setting up that dynamic, just trying to survive. Yeah, the whole thing was basically designed to force them to cooperate. Day 100 was this huge question mark looming over their heads, and they knew deep down they had no chance of making it if they tried to go it alone. It was a team mission right from the get-go. And pretty quickly, a leader stepped up. This guy, Sweat, he just took charge with this super focused, no messing around attitude. His whole philosophy was simple. Paranoia equals survival. Because in a world where you only get one life, every single decision could be your last. And the crazy thing is, the others were totally on board with it. They just naturally fell into this rhythm, this clear structure with Sweat making the calls. It wasn't forced at all. It was just this hierarchy that made them super efficient and let them build a solid foundation for everything that was coming. So, with everyone knowing their role, the group went from just scraping by to actually thriving. They were getting good, and that new teamwork was about to face its first really big test. So on day 100, they get the challenge, take down the Ender Dragon, and this was a huge moment. It forced them to stick to a really detailed plan, coordinate every move, and just completely trust each other in the middle of this chaotic battle. And when they won, it wasn't just a victory in the game. It was proof that their whole system, their teamwork, actually worked under pressure. But beating a video game boss is one thing. The real game changer, the moment that turned them from just a team into something more, that came when they started getting vulnerable. As the days dragged on, they started opening up about what was going on in their actual lives. All of a sudden, they weren't just players anymore. They were people. One guy admitted he was missing his wedding anniversary. Another was dealing with his mom passing away. A third opened up about a really rough heartbreak. These weren't strategic talks. This was real, raw, human stuff. And the way the group reacted was just immediate empathy. This one quote says it all. They'd built this space where it was safe to be vulnerable, where it wasn't a weakness. Their support for each other wasn't just about in-game tactics anymore. It was emotional. So they've got this incredibly deep personal bond now, right? Well, that bond was about to be put through the ringer. The game was designed to push them to their absolute limit. And on day 486, it finally happened. He was just flying, trying to get away from a huge explosion, when a single random creeper appeared out of nowhere. It was a split-second mistake. And just like that, one of them was gone. Oh, man, that moment was just gut-wrenching. For Chosen, the player who got eliminated, it wasn't just about losing. You can hear it in his voice. It was this deep, personal feeling of having failed everyone. But what happened next? That's what this is all about, the group's reaction. There was zero blame, no frustration, just this instant, unconditional support. They didn't see a failure, they saw their brother. And in that moment of failure, they proved their bond was way, way stronger than the game. Now it's down to just two guys, Sweat and Hassan, and this is when the game throws its most twisted challenge at them. This wasn't about skill or survival, it was a direct attack on their friendship. So Sweat finds this book, hidden away in a chest. And inside is this secret deal, a moral test designed to see if he'd choose money over his friend. The choice was pretty brutal. Path A, he could secretly make sure Hassan gets eliminated on the last day and walk away with the whole $100,000. Or Path B, he could stay loyal, stick to the plan, and split the prize. And no one would have known.
At least, not until the video came out.
And you know what? Sweat didn't even hesitate. He left the book right where he found it. And later, he told Hassan what happened. That choice and those words just proved everything. Their bond was worth more than $50,000. It was unbreakable. So after they proved that greed couldn't break them, there was just one last insane challenge standing between them and day 1000. It was a 10-minute-long tidal wave of chaos designed to completely overwhelm them. For 10 minutes, it was literally raining 999 creepers. Their defenses were just getting shredded. You can hear the panic in their voices as they're scrambling, trying to patch holes, screaming coordinates at each other, just trying to survive this final, massive wave. It was absolute madness. And then the clock hits 0. Day 1000. They did it. But the real win here wasn't just surviving the game. The real success was that they built this support system that made it through elimination, temptation, and unbelievable stress, and somehow came out even stronger. So it kind of leaves you with this one big question. When everything is on the line, what's really more valuable? For these guys, the answer seems pretty clear. But it makes you wonder about any challenge we face. What's the real prize, anyway?